Mike Green out of Marshall, thank you for taking some time to hang out with us here in Mobile. We're excited to see you.
Of course, thank you. Thank you for having me.
What are you hoping that people notice about Mike Green and his style of play?
Yeah, to show that I can compete with these guys, regardless of the competition. I know sometimes there's little talks about that, and I'm simply out here for one reason, and that's to ball out and show that I can compete with the best of the guys.
With all of the edge prospects that are here this week, you have a chance to prove that you're the best because you did win the sack record in college football. You had 17 of those at Marshall. So clearly you're doing something right. But what is it like being with some of these other guys from these other programs in this and knowing that you can hang with them?
Yeah, I mean, it means everything. I've watched pretty much every single top 15 edge rusher film, and I think what separates me is my ability to have a motor and to keep going. And if my first move don't work, I could pull out a second, and how bendy I am and fast and athletic that I can be. So I think that kind of separates me in most cases. Of course, there's a lot of guys that's here that have their own things that they're good at and their talents. There's some guys that's like 6'7", and there's some guys that might be 300 pounds. But I think everybody comes with their own tool bag, and I'm just excited to be here and compete with these guys.
Just talk to me a little bit about your mindset, speed off the edge. You're lined up. You're on the open side. That tackle's sitting there. What's the first thing you're thinking about?
I'm thinking about if he can get out there with me. If he's not able to get out there with me, I know I'm going to be able to beat him with speed rushes throughout the game. If he's able to get out there with me, then you kind of have to play the mind game with the offensive linemen. These are one of the smartest guys on the field. So it's kind of like a cat and mouse game when it comes down to how it goes throughout the game.
The guy kick slides on you, and he sets hard outside. You've already started that first step, speed rush. What's your counter now?
Arm over.
Let's see where we go.
Club arm over, or I spin inside sometimes. It just depends on what kind of guy that I'm facing and what he's good at. So I think I'm able to counter inside. I think I'm able to counter outside. So it just depends on what my approach is that week.
A lot of guys are, especially guys that are coming off the edge, they are just talking about physically overpowering the person that's in front of them. You're a little more strategic, a little bit more cerebral in that you're evaluating the people on the field and not only their physical abilities, but also some of their tells and their quirks and things like that. Is that maybe what separates you from some of the other people at this position?
Yeah, football is a strategic game. You can't just go out there and in most cases, some people could just manhandle guys all day. But in my case, when you're 6'3", 250 pounds, you can't necessarily bulldoze a 320-pound guy every play. So you kind of got to come up with different things that you're good at. And I think speed rushing and playing the mind game is what excels my game the most.
Why from Virginia to Marshall?
For a fresh start. Everybody kind of just transferred for their own reasons. For me, in my case, it was a fresh start. We had a new coaching staff that came through, and I think it was just a opportunity to get my foot in the door and to just restart and have a college career that's built off of a coaching staff and all those types of things that I want to build with.
Mike Green, thank you so much for taking the time with us. We really appreciate it.